Let it be considered that nothing is by chance. All that is, has become as a result of intelligent design. Not intelligence as men define it, but supreme intelligence, as defined by the source of all expanded consciousness. And, let this stand as a singular vision of completion as it relates to the ending of one shift and the start of another. For this is the continued record of a bloodline, and bloodlines. Bloodlines so close that they have become one in this section of space, while simultaneously being divided forever in a different, yet equally sacred portion of space, with each bloodline repelling any segment of space that does not exist in harmony with their own sovereignty. For lessons have been learned, and understanding attained that have built upon their awareness and intensified their enmity for one another. Therefore, the ascended pray, while fighting wars within mingled constructs, to never again know evil as they have known it. These types have traveled into the depths of the collective selves and grasped an understanding of death, which has been their right from creation. For he has removed the key of death and placed it far from the reach of his perishable projections. He has hidden this key beyond their current condition and replaced it with sayings that have the power to awaken the higher consciousness of the sentient, which is also the selves, to whom he has given the knowledge of the Supreme Architect and the secret of his most precious design. When these are born, it is into the knowledge of this design and its original purpose. When they die, there is no acceptance of an ending of the selves, only of the newest self, who shall also be brought back into existence if the second adheres to the confessions of the first. For the first is an extension of the whole, and the second is an extension of the first. Only the third exists as a fragment. Yet, even in his fragmented form, the end of his journey within this space will also be that of glory, should the second remain committed to the work that's been placed before him by the first. For this reason, that is to say, for the accomplishing of the work, to one eye shall be given the ability to see the physical world as it is, to another eye, the ability to process all forms of becoming, and yet to another eye, the ability to see the metaphysical world without limitations. To each, the ability to consider sight beyond their own shall also be given, that none shall be forced to only see in part, and that each shall increase their own vision by humbly submitting to the view of another. These are the concepts that have been released to the one that shall be known as both monster and magi. To his legacy, this shall forever serve as a source of information. Not the source, but a source, that his descendants and their descendants might consider these thoughts throughout their collective becoming. More so during times of war. For what is war if not the clashing of ideas? And what idea exists separately from the thoughts of men? To the uninitiated, all ideas begin with the thoughts of mortals. However, to the initiated, all ideas begin as the imaginations of gods. Not gods as men have thought them to be, but gods as the Supreme Architect first imagined and then created them to be. Therefore, what was chosen had to also be communicated, and those communications had to be collected, and those collections had to be considered. With that being understood, these are the collected communications that of which have been considered and ultimately accepted as not only called but also chosen vibrations. You must now use this information as a source of balance as you fight to remain rooted in the absolution of your design, which is sentient energy and energies that resides within the individual and collective sovereignty. Doing so will only work to raise your level of awareness, which shall be the direct result of your consideration of the information that follows. Lose focus and you may find yourself consumed by the sayings of a lesser, lower state of being that has thrusted its roots into unclean darkness. Yes, both the light and dark will be found here. Just as both the energies of mania and majesty will manifest as you unlock the spiral of Pangaea. Read the contents of this creation with the presence of mind to remain whole. When the enemy arrives to divide the selves from the self in hopes of splintering your mind, remain in harmony with the truth of your design. You are the image and likeness of Yah, and nothing can conquer that. Love is your beginning and love is your ending. Remember that, and all shall be as it was meant to be. Allow inner peace to be stolen from you, and the work of your father's enemies shall be accomplished before this process of consideration is completed. Therefore, you must make a conscious decision to remain and continue in your becoming despite all that may or may not happen next.